Hello, everybody. It's story time with Teacher Gabe, and today we are reading Guess How Much I Love You by Sam McBratney and illustrated by Anita Jeram. Let's see. Little Nut Brown Hare, who was going to bed, held on tight to Big Nut Brown Hare's long ears. He wanted to be sure that Big Nut Brown Hare was listening. Guess how much I love you, he said. Oh, I don't think I could guess that, said Big Nut Brown Hare. This much, said Little Nut Brown Hare, stretching out his arms as wide as they can go. Big Nut Brown Hare had even longer arms and said, But I love you this much. That is a lot, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. I love you as high as I can reach, said Little Nut Brown Hare. I love you as high as I can reach, said Big Nut Brown Hare. That is very high, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. I wish I had arms like that. Little Nut Brown Hare had a good idea. He tumbled upside down and reached up the tree trunk with his feet. I love you all the way up to my toes, he said. And I love you all the way up to your toes, said Big Nut Brown Hare, swinging him up over his head. I love you as high as I can hop, laughed Little Nut Brown, bouncing up and down. But I love you as high as I can hop, smiled Big Nut Brown Hare, and he hopped so high his ears touched the branches above. That's good hopping, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. I wish I could hop like that. I love you all the way down the lane, as far as the river, cried Little Nut Brown Hare. I love you across the river and over the hills, said Big Nut Brown Hare. That's very far, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. He was almost too sleepy to think any more. Then he looked beyond the thorn bushes, out into the big dark night. Nothing could be farther than the sky. I love you right up to the moon, he said, and closed his eyes. Oh, that's far, said Big Nut Brown Hare. That is very far. Big Nut Brown Hare settled Little Nut Brown Hare into his bed of leaves. He leaned over and kissed him good night. Then he lay down close by and whispered, with a smile, I love you right up to the moon and back. All right, and that was Guess How Much I Love You. Next is Arthur's Valentine by Marc Brown. Let's see. Oh, this is the first page. I need to make this one a little bigger. Someone was sending Arthur Valentines, and Valentine's Day wasn't until Friday. They were all signed Your Secret Admirer. It was a real mystery. Who was Arthur's secret admirer? It might be Fern. It could be Buster playing a joke. Or maybe even Francine. She was always teasing Arthur. Arthur hoped it was the new girl, Sue Ellen. On Wednesday, Arthur found a new Valentine. Apples, bananas, peaches, a pear, with a face like yours, you're lucky I care. Oh, your secret admirer. P.S. In your lunchbox, you'll find a treat. It's just for you, and it's extra sweet. Arthur hoped it might be chocolate, but at lunch he found this note. Candy is sweet, lemons are sour, I'll be watching you the whole lunch hour. Arthur looked at Sue Ellen. She smiled. Thursday, everyone made Valentine's boxes. Arthur decided to make a special card box instead. When everyone mailed their Valentines, Arthur put his card in Sue Ellen's box. When nobody was looking, Arthur hid his Valentine from the secret admirer in his coat pocket. After school, Arthur took off his coat to play soccer, and all the Valentines fell out. Everyone laughed. Buster called him Lover Boy. Hey, Hot Lips, shouted Francine. Arthur left when everyone sang, Arthur and his girlfriend sitting in a tree. Kissing. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes Arthur with the baby carriage. The next morning, Arthur said he was sick. You don't want to miss the big Valentine's Day party, do you? Asked his mother. Arthur went to school. Ick, who sent this mushy Valentine? Said Sue Ellen. It's signed Arthur, shouted Buster. Everyone laughed. Arthur loves Sue Ellen, everyone sang. After school, Arthur wanted to be alone. On the way home, he climbed up the tree and there found another Valentine. I love you in London. I love you in Rome. Look in your mailbox when you get home. Your secret admirer. Oh, gross, said Arthur and ran into the house. I believe this is for you, Arthur, said his mother. It's a love letter, said his sister. Arthur went to his room. There was a movie ticket in the card. My love, tomorrow is the day we meet. In row 3. Your seat is A, my seat is B. Your secret admirer. On the card, Arthur saw a smudge. He looked very close. Something had been erased. There was an F and an R and an A. Francine? The next day, Arthur had a plan. He ran to the movies so he wouldn't be late. He found row 3. He sat in seat A. Francine smiled at Arthur. So you're the secret admirer, said Arthur. Good guess, Four Eyes. Close your eyes, said Arthur. I want to give you a kiss. Really, said Francine. Close your eyes and count to 10. Okay, said Francine. Arthur, can I open my eyes yet? Asked Francine. Arthur? Oh, he just left a bunch of kisses on the seat. That's interesting. All right. And next we have my W book, because the letter of the week is W. And this one's written by Jane Belk Moncure and illustrated by Colin King. Let's see, my W book. Little W had a box. I will find things that begin with my W sound, she said. I will put them into my sound box. Little W went for a walk in the woods. She found woodpeckers and a woodchuck. Did she put them into her box? She did. Little W looked under some wood chips. She found lots of wiggling worms. In you go, she said. Little W walked to a well in the woods. She drank some water from the well. This may be a wishing well, she said. She looked all around the well. Guess what she found? It was a wand. Little W, was I saying little L this whole time? Little W waved her wand and made a wish. I wish I could find more things for my box, she said. Just then, a weasel wiggled into the box, as quick as a wink. A big wolf was after him. Little W waved her wand. I wish you would be a good wolf, she said. She put the wolf into her box with the weasel, the woodpecker, the wiggly worms, and the woodchuck. Now the box was all full. Little W found a wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow. Yeah. Wow, she said. This is just what I need. And away they went. Up and down a winding road to the water. Let's wade in the water, she said. But the wolf, weasel, woodpecker, wiggly worms, and woodchuck did not want to wade. They watched. Wow, said a walrus, you look wacky to me. You have funny feet. You look wacky to me, said little W. You have funny whiskers, she said. Little W put the walrus into the box. The walrus winked at the wolf. Little W went back into the water. The wind blew the waves up and down. Then she saw a big whale in the water. I wish I could put the whole whale in my box, but the whale is too big, she said. Little W waved her wand and found a big wooden cart. It was big enough for everything. She put all of her things into it and walked into a wall. What was behind the wall? Whoopee! Whooped the woodpecker when he saw the watermelons. Let's have a watermelon party, said little W, and they did. There was the wolf eating some watermelons. There was a watermelon in a wheelbarrow. There was Wiggly Worms eating the watermelons. There was the walrus eating some watermelon, the woodchuck eating some watermelon, the woodpecker also eating some watermelon, the wooden cart, which had nothing in it anymore, the wishing well, and the weasel eating some watermelon. Oh, and the whale. I missed the whale. Although I don't know how you miss a whale, really. Can you read these words with little W? Watch, window, woman, wallet, web, waffle, wig, windmill, whistle, willow, and wheel. And that was my W book. All right, that's all the stories I have for today. Thank you guys for reading with me. I hope you guys have a good day.